Hello and welcome to episode, I forgot what number it is.
98.
98 of the DaebakCast. This is a weekly podcast where the three of us come together each week to talk about K-pop and whatever's current in the industry. This week we're doing our favorite songs of the month of November, so look forward to that. And yeah, I guess that's basically the whole introduction. As always, I'm joined by Nate.
NCT, we all so sexy. NCT noise, you can't break me.
Why?
And then there's a Korean line that I'm going to skip. And then, bless me, a chew. Simon says, be cool. Don't be such a fool.
Why? Poetry. Alright, also, as always, I'm joined by Andrew, who usually has three things.
Number one, I went to PAX Unplugged in Philadelphia over the weekend. It was pretty fun. So the normal idea of PAX is that it's all like video game based, but PAX Unplugged in Philly it's all board games and card games. So it was pretty fun. I just spent most of the weekend or most of the day playing Magic the Gathering, playing the super. Basically, it's like high stakes. Think of it as like the high stakes poker version of Magic the Gathering, where I'm paying like $80 and $40 to play. But I made my money back essentially. I got a lot of good cards, and it was pretty fun. Yeah, especially for a first PAX experience. So I'm definitely gonna go again. Also, some people were suggesting to play either Keyforge, though Nate, you said it wasn't good.
I mean, the game itself's good, but I'm not gonna spend money on a weird.
And then another
like
person mentioned Seven Wonders to me.
Oh, Seven Wonders is great.
Yeah, he was just basically
drafting.
Yeah, it's just drafting. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna.
It was funny. I played it with my friends for the first time like a few years ago at Thanksgiving, and all of them had played a ton, and I'd never played before, and I kicked their ass.
Okay, calm down. We're not all magic savants, unfortunately.
Well, it's just like I know how drafting works, so I destroyed them, even though I'd never played the game before.
Okay. In more conventional, I guess, video games. We're quitting Truly Daebak, and we're starting an exclusively Pokemon Let's Go podcast because Pokemon Let's Go has because Pokemon Let's Go has slowly taken. Actually, no, it hasn't taken over your lives anymore because Nate is an insane person.
I'm already done.
Yeah, he's done. He completed a living Pokedex, which means he has every single of 151 all as separate Pokemon, and he has Alolan forms as well. So
yep,
I can't
like
do
158 or something.
Didn't go for Shiny Vulpix though, because it's too crazy.
Yeah, and I also didn't care about Meltan because it's not a real one. It's not a real OG Pokemon. So
it's still I like Meltan though it's gonna take months just to get the 400.
I'm not getting Melmetal, so yeah, I don't care.
And also
I have Mew. I paid $50 for Mew at least. It's good enough.
And no, I honestly haven't used the thing like because
I used the whole time.
Oh,
played the whole game with it.
Oh, it was an alright. I mean, I like it as like a keychain sort of thing, but I mean, if I keep it on like my backpack and then start trading, it's like whoops, my Mew. It's like imagine I had like Mew on there on that thing. And it's like it's gone because it died in the rain or whatever. So yeah, that's always the risky part. Jacob, I know you haven't been able to get back to it because college is destroying you right now. But
yeah, I'm currently like halfway through the game. I have 4 badges. Although once finals are over, I'm shredding through that.
Yeah, you're just gonna do like no life mode and just play it like nonstop, basically.
Pretty much.
All right, and to close out the three things, sometime last week, I believe, I watched a documentary called, or I've been on a just mountaineering / climbing documentary kick lately. I don't know why. Because I remember when I was in high school, I think I had a real obsession with just Mount Everest stuff, and I just look up really weird shit at like 2 a.m. But yeah, I recently watched a documentary called Free Solo. It was a National Geographic documentary, actually. And it's basically the story of this guy, Alex Honnold, and he went to Yosemite National Park in California and was able to climb like a 3,000-foot rock wall called El Capitan, no ropes, no harnesses or anything. Like I have a picture of it like right now on the screen. Like this dude's insane. Like it's basically like real life Breath of the Wild, where he's literally just like
That's
finding crack.
actually crazy.
Yeah, no, like the entire time I was watching that thing, like I could feel it in my feet, just like how high up he was. Like, I mean, I'm not necessarily afraid of heights, but doing it with no like safety equipment or rope or anything like that, oh my god, like he's insane. But no, but he's not doing it like on on first run or whatever. Basically, it's like a choreographed sort of thing where he's practiced over 2 years to memorize like all like the holds and everything and like what moves to do or whatever. It's insane. So check it out if you have it playing in your area, or just it'll end up on like I don't know, like Amazon or iTunes or something like that. It's definitely a good documentary worth checking out. And those are my 3 things. Actually, before I forget, we should probably start pimping this out, because I mean, one, we mentioned our Discord a lot. It's mucho lit, but one thing I think we should definitely start mentioning more is it's a really cool idea started by most of the Discord and Cooper and the rest of them. Is we've started our Truly Daebak playlist sort of thing. So basically, everyone in the Discord just suggests songs, and if it gets a certain amount of votes, we'll add it to like a communal playlist of K-pop songs. So it's a really cool idea. If you're interested in that sort of thing, definitely join our Discord for that.
Yeah, and also one thing to add about is it's completely like ran and handled by members of our Discord as well. Like, we're not even the ones who are managing it.
So that's pretty cool.
It's one of the first like things our community has done like autonomously, which I think is pretty awesome. Yeah,
we didn't have to shove it down there. We shouldn't have to shove it down their throats or anything like that. So that's pretty
basically
cool.
Yeah, I was kind of confused because I didn't check Discord for like 2 weeks because of vacation
just have like
holiday.
There's
and
a
then
new channel.
I looked at it and I was like, what is this channel and why is there just song names and lots of thumbs up? Eventually figured it out.
Yeah. Anyways, I'm Jacob. # no blow note. Let's get into the songs.
Yep. So I can't talk. Sorry about that. God, I hope I'm not getting sick.
Don't get me sick, please.
But first, we have past reviews. So we reviewed EXO's Don't Mess Up My Tempo, Gugudan's Act 5 New Action, KDA Pop Stars, Twice Yes or Yes, and 101's Power of Destiny. And then also, we plan on reviewing next week Mamamoo's Blues and Red Velvet's Really Bad Boy.
Oh wait,
so it's
Blues? I thought it was like blue, like S or something. I never realized it was supposed to be blues this entire time.
I assume that's supposed to be blues.
I don't know. I thought they were trying to be like blue, like S. Like, you know how they add like S to, you know how they add S to like, I don't know, like fancy like tech stuff. It's like, oh, it's the S model or something like that. I don't know.
Andrew, are you using the slideshow?
Yeah.
Okay. It's showing, it must be Jacob still on the title screen. But yeah, so that's why those aren't on this list. Moving on to the first song. The first song is AKB48's Andrew Can Speak Moon Runes.
Wakaria asu kute gomen. It's like something like sorry.
Sure. Yeah, something sorry. I got that part.
Yeah. One is like a really long... Okay. This is a No Way Man coupling song. And just because No Way Man, like the whole idea is it's members that were involved in Produce 48. This coupling song basically has everyone that didn't make top 20. Or, yeah, just didn't make it to the finale. So, this Senbatsu includes Gotomoe and Murase Sae are the centers. And then there's also Chiba Eri, Kojima Mako, Mutotomu, Iwatate Saho, Nakanishi Chiori, Asai Nanami, Sato Minami, Motomura Aoi, Aramaki Misaki, Murakawa Vivian, and Yamada Noe. So basically just everyone that was in the show from the 48 groups. So I felt like I felt like they were trying to go maybe a bit more K-pop with this, honestly. It didn't necessarily feel like a traditional 48 group or AKB style song. Granted, they do try to do different styles for the coupling songs, so that could explain it. But yeah, I think it was pretty cool. Also, definitely the outfits didn't really seem as in line with what AKB48 usually does. Like freaking, like Murakawa Vivian, literally, she's like her entire existence is she has permanent like puppy dog eyes, and she's wearing like a girl crush outfit, which just blows my mind. Also, like Gotomoe, because she almost always has like bangs, and then in this one she actually has her forehead exposed, which is kind of weird. I don't know. I don't know
I
how
didn't even
feel about it.
recognize her.
Yeah, she's unrecognizable without the bangs, but at least when I say Saya has like the same hairstyle most of the time.
Yeah,
she's
Sai, instantly
she's doing really big things though. Like again, she's in all these like modeling like opportunities. She has her own fashion line and everything. Like she's definitely one of the like my popular or my favorites so far. That being, and also a really big change that I noticed is they're getting a lot more like solo lines, which again usually isn't a thing. That's usually mostly group vocals on AKB48 songs. So maybe they're trying to introduce that as an element of just okay, we're trying to highlight more of the individual members since pretty much everyone knows who these people are. It's very rare that you get a senbatsu where literally there's a group of people that know everyone in the group in every member. So that's pretty cool. I'm glad that they got the recognition and they got to do coupling songs as well. So, yeah, I enjoyed it.
Yeah. Next, we have Amber's Countdown featuring London Noise.
Like we're pretty big fans of London Noise, and also I guess we're pretty big fans of Amber as well. But I'd say, for as enjoyable of a song it is instrumentally and just overall, it still kind of highlights Amber's sort of weakness in like lyricism and songwriting, because the lyrics are definitely kind of the weak point of this track, unfortunately. Like it sucks because I really enjoy the track and like the choreography is good and everything, but yeah, it's just maybe it's because I think even if I were able to divorce the fact that it's in English, like even if she sort of made it or adapted it into Korean, I still feel like the sort of like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 kind of would just get overplayed after a while. So yeah, that's the one thing I think. Yeah,
I think you're right as well. Like the lyrics are what kind of make it a little corny.
Yeah, that's the thing. You learn and you grow, but I feel like Amber's probably not gonna watch this, but I feel like she shouldn't be afraid to reach out to like help for either lyricism. Like she has a lot of good resources at SM, especially if they're willing to pay for these movie like films, even though she's like directing it herself, filming it in LA, getting all the choreography and doing everything herself essentially. Like if SM's willing to pay for it, I think she should reach out for the resources that way. That being said, I love the choreography. There's two pretty famous choreographers that are in the music video. There's Sora Yang, who does a lot of stuff for just on YouTube or whatever, and then there's Ellen Kim, who is one of the choreographers of KDA Pop Stars. So she has like she definitely has her circle of friends that she sort of relies on. But I feel like definitely don't be afraid to, like, there's a lot of good songwriters at SM, like a lot of good songwriters. So like, it shouldn't necessarily be an issue. And I mean, they could co-write it. Honestly, it doesn't have to be like either one or the other. Honestly, if she still wants to sort of have more of a creative involvement in the process, that sort of thing, just I'd see like outside help or just like help would, I think, help improve her music for me.
Yeah. Next we have Aqua's debut digital single Login. And I was just really happy to see Sua in this group because she is one of my picks for IOI. And she was in Produce 101 season 1. And she's been in a pre-debut group for like 2 years and they still haven't put out anything, so it's frustrating. The song's cute, I like it, but it's not like, didn't blow me away or anything.
Okay, so this is a debut group or project girl group based around the concept of like they're supposed to be idols and esports gamers as well, because the company that's forming the group is called Actos Soft, which is in charge of, they run the servers for Final Fantasy 14 and Dragon Nest over in Korea. So definitely seems to be like a big company, because especially Dragon Nest. It has Yoon Hye-sol, who was on Produce 48, who is most famously, she was the leader of Merikri, and she was also the main vocal of High Tension Team 1. Like you mentioned, there's members that were on Produce 101 and Mix 9. Also, apparently, this is the first of 2 songs that sort of like make reference or share similarities with Luna in terms of sample packs. Apparently, it has like the same sort of instrumental as Girlfront if you listen carefully enough. But normally, I guess just like the cutesy girl group chiptunes kind of gets overplayed, but at least it's kind of contextualized in this case because they're actually it's basically like formed by a video game company, so it makes sense for them to go for that kind of style. So and like I don't know, the music video is definitely low budget. You can tell it's kind of just like in weird sets, and like they're dancing in front of like the esports arena or something like that. I don't know. It's just a really, really odd concept, but we'll see how it goes. It's an interesting project group at least.
Yeah, so the song didn't like completely blow me away, but I thought it was pretty decent. The main thing of note is that I recognized Hayden from K-Pop Star 6, and she was definitely one of the like standout contestants on that show, so I'll keep an eye out for this group.
Yeah, it seems like almost everyone was on some type of survival show prior to being a part of the project group, so I guess they're just trying to pick popular members.
Next we have Baikal's single album Beautiful.
I mean, I don't have much to say about the actual song. It's just, again, it's another interesting concept where I don't know if they're run by like a Russian company or in cooperation with a Russian company or whatever, but they're named after the oldest lake in the world in Russia, which is like Lake Baikal or something. And
Okay.
the concept is that they're supposed to promote in Korea and Russia at the same time. And I don't know if they were supposed to originally, they're all Korean though. I don't know if they were trying to look for like Korean or Russians, like talent, and then have them like learn Korean and then have them be part of the group, which is why they were going to co-promote in Russia and Korea. But I have no idea. It's just one of the weirdest concepts I've heard of lately, honestly. Some were formerly on Produce 101 Season 2. And apparently they already performed in like America. They performed in Houston already. So I don't know. They're definitely
weird.
Yeah, I don't know. Like it's kind of
like,
I guess they're.
It's
go ahead.
Russia is also kind of a weird pick because I think of Russia personally as like a European country rather than Asian country.
Yeah, even
like
though most of it's in Asia.
Well, most of the land mass is in Asia,
but most
exactly. Of the people live in Europe.
Most of the people are
like
in
where
Europe,
are they gonna promote like Siberia?
Oh hey, no, there's Vladivostok, which is the system. Remember that NGT48 music video where they're in Russia?
Yeah, that was a weird one.
Because apparently they're sister cities. That's what somebody commented. But yeah, I don't know. Like, and I know Russia kind of has like a big K-pop fan base, so maybe that's why. But yeah, I don't know. It's definitely an interesting. And I've never heard the company that's sponsoring or in charge of them is literally called Baikal Entertainment. So they definitely just did it for this group. So I really don't know what's going on here.
Next we have Bambi's single album Pinocchio with the title track Seize the Day.
We covered her in September because she released a song called River Run, which I completely loved. And this I was completely in love with as well. Just there's a really unique raspiness to her voice, which works really well with this like trap R&B style. So yeah, I've listened to this a lot, honestly, and I can't wait to hear more from her.
Yeah, I really, really like the vibe of this, especially the instrumental that is in the intro right before her singing like comes in. Also, I do like how much thicker, I guess, the instrumentation gets as soon as she starts singing. I thought that was really interesting. But yeah, overall, it's very, very, I guess, vibey. Like lo-fi hip hop, I guess. It's pretty good. I like it.
And that's coming from someone that normally hates trap beats.
Yeah, well, again, I just don't like it because it's so overused. But like if it's used, like not overly liberally,
tastefully.
like
yeah, it's very tasteful in this song.
Yeah.
Next we have Celeb 5's digital single Shutter featuring Aquas. And I just like, why are comedic songs so good? They're just always so good in K-pop. Like all those shows from like Infinite Challenge and stuff are just amazing.
Idakwa's intro is amazing. It's like perfect.
Yeah. Oh, I will repeat it. It's like, because it's supposed to be like, the intro is supposed to be like, oh, they're at an award show or whatever. Yeah. They're like Twice, Mamamoo, Red Velvet, Jenny. They didn't even do Blackpink. They just did Jenny. Oh, yeah. I felt so bad. Rip Blackpink. But the funny thing is that they're supposed to be a comedic group, but they're like, they don't half-ass this at all. Like they go all in on like the retro like vibe and
choreography too.
Instrumental. The choreography is so good.
It's so extra.
Like Like they're so clean.
Yeah.
They're so clean. They're probably dance better than some K-pop groups, honestly, just in terms of like how cohesive they are. But if you're kind of wondering why they're called Celeb 5, but there's only 4 members, Kim Young-hee graduated with honors.
Yeah, I love that they said that. I love the press release said that she graduated with honors.
Oh man, yeah.
It's amazing.
So yeah, besides that, like, I love everything about this song. I love the fact that the style of camera filter that they use makes it look like an actual like 80s style music video. I love that the stage that they're on is kind of like the old music shows that they had back in the 80s and 90s, and like they committed to the aesthetic and they pulled it off so well.
Yeah. If
you really think about it, they could somehow sneak their way into our like best new female like artists or best they could sneak their way onto
5 wins that. I honestly wouldn't be mad.
Yeah, I wouldn't be mad, honestly, just because like we need more of this, honestly. We need more like good comedic like K-pop groups like this.
Yeah, it's so good.
Honestly, like the biggest strength is just like how good they nail the 80s aesthetic. Like they like pull no stops here. Like it's just, or I guess they pull all the stops here. But yeah.
You know where that phrase originates from? Actually, it's from like
what?
Like old school like organs. If you want like to I don't know, hit like a high note, you have to. There's stops or whatever which control like the pipes and everything. So that's why they're pulling out all the stops.
Pulling out all the stops. Yeah.
I only found that out a couple of years ago, actually, and I've been saying pulling out all the stops like for years.
Yeah. Okay. Next we have Cloudian's song New Vision.
Okay, not everything we cover on here is K-pop necessarily, and literally all I have to explain for this song is it's basically Korean goth prog metal. Like I don't know, I really don't know how to explain this necessarily, but like they're wearing guy liner, they have like vests and like metal t-shirts and everything, but they have sick like bass and like this like awesome like synth line, which is where I really get the prog feel from. I really enjoyed it. I love finding this type of music whenever we look through the releases list every month, because it's cool to see sort of just like the different genres you end up finding.
Yeah, this is one of my favorite songs of the month, honestly. Like I just
wow.
I love seeing this kind of stuff just out of like just coming out of Korea, just because it's so unexpected, I guess. Yeah. Like this does sound just like something that we'd hear on like like Octane or something on XM radio. Like it's, I don't know, I really enjoyed it. The MV is pretty low budget, but I can look past it because I really like the song.
And also they definitely seem to be like a less pop. They only have like 582 views, so definitely we need to get their name out there because they're awesome.
I wasn't a huge fan of the singing, so.
Oh, I love this style of singing though, because it's kind of like because before I sort of ventured into like proper metal, like this type of like sort of clean vocal type of like metalcore is what I was really into. So yeah, it's definitely got a nostalgic aspect for me.
It's like the way I would describe this kind of singing when I've talking to somebody else is like, the type of singing where they pronounce my like my.
Basically, yeah, that kind of finds its roots in punk, where you're just pronouncing shit weird. So yeah, and as I grew up on punk, so yeah, that's definitely something I enjoyed.
Next we have Crush Stiddle single "Lay Your Head on Me," and this is a really really good song. It's sappy, but it's that like good kind of sappy. That's just like it's just really good to listen to, and the music video looks great. Like, when you think Crush English debut, the last thing you'd probably think of is, oh, he's gonna do like an Ed Sheeran style acoustic ballad. Like honestly, when I first heard that he was doing an English song, I thought, okay, he's gonna do like his typical sort of like R&B style, but this works well, and his English pronunciation is really good as well. So I wouldn't mind seeing more of this from Crush. It's a really nice change of pace.
Yeah, so like honestly, like I really did like the song, but honestly my favorite part of this was the music video. Like it's super super simple and like not super high budget, but like it really is pulled off well. Really nice camera shots, really nice color correction and stuff like that. I have no idea where this was shot. Like it looks like the Adirondacks, but yeah, I'm sure it was filmed in Korea.
Does Korea have like mountainous regions like that, or they kind of look like
they have
Pacific Northwest?
They have mountains.
Okay,
they have mountains. I'm pretty sure. I don't know. Also, it looks exactly like how the Adirondacks looked when I was.
Or just
driving
like
down
Pacific
New York City
Northwest, like Washington State sort of area, maybe.
Yeah. Well, again, what I was thinking was it looks like the Adirondacks of like exactly where I was like driving through to get down to New York City when I was going down to see Jaegi.
Okay, so near like Lake George or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. North of that, but yeah. Exactly.
Also, I like how the music video is literally just like credits of him just like thanking like random people. It's like thanking like Fancy Child and like all his friends or whatever. So that's pretty cool.
Yep.
Yeah.
Also, I'm convinced. Like I think I looked at the credits for like the songwriters or whatever. I think they're either like Filipino or Filipino American. Like Garibay and Padilla sound like Filipino last names to me. So I don't know. Maybe just sort of. Maybe some people like he's working with amoeba culture, just maybe some people here in America that he hooked up with. So that's pretty cool. And he recently had a US tour, so that's probably why he decided to debut an English song. So yeah, cool idea.
Next we have D Crunch's mini album M1112 with the title track Stealer. So this is like a Monza X style hype song. I thought it was like really good. There's a really good string part. And I really liked the flashlight choreo. It was like really unique. Really the only thing they needed to work on I thought was like their singing could use some work. But overall I liked the song a lot. And I was really impressed with it.
Yeah, I think that orchestra section during the chorus is what made it stand out above being like a standard like generic sounding boy group song, because there's a lot of this, but yeah, definitely that instrumental helped put it over the top for me.
On top of the instrumental, I did really like that as well. The hook is super super catchy, which I was kind of surprised by because I believe we covered their debut and I wasn't super blown away by that.
I didn't like their debut.
I thought this was really great. I hope they continue with something more of this style in the future.
Yeah, they definitely have something with this style.
Anything else?
Nah, good.
Nope. Okay. Next we have Donka's pre-debut single Nam.
Oh wait, we skipped something.
Oh, I skipped Dean. Sorry. Next we have Dean with Dayfly, digital single featuring Sully and Rad Museum.
Should we just let Jacob go? Should we just let Jacob go first? Because that's his bae is alive.
Yeah, no, for real. Sully was my FX bias. So when she turned insane, that was sad. But no lie though, this is I like this song a lot. Andrew might kill me for saying this, but I actually like this better than Instagram. So yeah,
I know I won't kill you for that. Honestly, I might actually like this better than Instagram as well.
I really like the laid back vibe. It's super. It's just really nice, easy listen.
And Sully definitely adds a really nice balance to it as well. I mean, Rad Museum less so because his voice is kind of similar to Dean a bit, but still a really good feature. And that's a constant contributor. One thing I don't like though is when Dean put out Instagram like last December, he put out all these like behind the scenes or like interview videos where he was like, my album will be out by the second half, before the second half of 2017. It's literally December 3rd, right? Where's the goddamn album, Dean?
December 3rd, 2018.
Where are you hiding it? 2018. Yeah. It was supposed to be out by now, but I don't know. It's weird that it took him this long. It basically took him almost a year just to put out 2 singles. Like,
spoiler alert, there is no album.
If there is no album, I'm gonna be really sad. I know he's just been busy like doing stuff in like London. He's collaborating with a lot of like English artists and everything. But anyway, again, as for the actual song, I love it. Obviously, I love Dean. It's definitely along those same lines as Instagram and his cover of Dante's Creek. He's definitely sort of making a transition away from the style of R&B that he was doing on his first mini album release. So it's fine. I like to see his evolution, honestly, and I that's why I want to see an entire album of this potentially, or just want to see where he goes with a full album of this different style compared to what he's done before. So yeah, I really hope he gets it finished soon, and yeah, because he's still really high quality, and I'm sure this song is going to blow up in Korea because, well, granted there's the Sully factor, so I don't know if I know they hate her over there.
Yeah,
basically.
Korea is like weird about Sully. They're like, why is she eating her cat? Why doesn't she wear a bra?
I don't know, but she makes good music, so who cares, I guess. But and obviously Dean's a monster in Korea, so we'll see.
Yep.
We'll see.
Yep. Next is Donka's pre-debut single Nam. Which is just you, Andrew.
Okay, so I enjoyed this just because it kind of gave me 17 like Aju Nice sort of vibes, like a really funky guitar sort of thing. So
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. I'll keep track of them when they make their proper debut. But this song was pretty good.
Mm-hmm. Next we have Dreamcatcher's Japanese single I Miss You. It's pretty much what I expected from Dreamcatcher's Japanese release. It's anime.
It's an anime. It's literally an anime song at this point.
It is the most anime intro-esque song that they've released yet, and that is a high
Which is
bar.
saying
to set.
something.
Yeah,
That's high
exactly.
bar for a group that literally makes nothing but anime songs. Oh man! But seriously, at this point, like, why hasn't any production studio contacted them to do an anime opening? Because literally, like, you know how much anime comes out per season? Like, there's probably like 50 shows. Not even joking. There's probably 50 shows that come out like every season. It's so hard to keep track. Like, at least one of those has to be like, we probably need an intro song. Like, maybe they'll do the second opening for Zoids or something after that one guy's done doing it.
Honestly, I think Dreamcatcher has a huge advantage over a lot of Japanese groups in that, like, their choreography is ridiculous. So, like, they have the, like the J-Rock anime opening-esque feel. Like J-Rock light, I guess, kind of. Into pop, kind of, on top of having really amazing choreography. I think they could become really popular in Japan.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's definitely why they're making their move over there, because I think they want to
honestly,
strike while the iron's hot.
I'm surprised they hadn't already.
Mm-hmm. Next we have Dream Note's debut single album Dreamlike with the title track Dream Note. And for me, this, like, I don't know how I feel about the song. Like, it's all over the place. Using just like cliches in my opinion. So it was a little too much for me. I did like the sax part. I think like the perfect example, or like the top Reddit comment is exactly why I don't like it. But yeah, they said it's got classic pop styling with surf guitar licks, cheerleading, a reggae breakdown, and a saxophone solo.
They basically, they're just trying.
They love it. And it's the reason I don't like it.
Yeah, they're basically, like, you know how we often say with albums, with debut girl group albums especially, they're trying to, the songs sound different most of the time because they're trying to throw everything at the wall and see what sticks. It's like they're trying to throw everything at the wall, but it's all in one song, and they're all trying to make it stick all at once, basically. I mean, yeah, it's good. It's all right. It's just, again, there's a lot of stuff like this already, so they're going to have a really hard time standing out if that's all they're offering, honestly. And I'm kind of over like the girls of the Dream Note, like all the yelling sort of stuff. He's kind of just like, it's just kind of obnoxious at this point. But that makes it, yeah, it's not that bad. Like I do enjoy parts of the singing, and obviously the sax part is a huge plus. But yeah, they need room for improvement, definitely.
Mm-hmm. Next we have Drunken Tiger's full-length album X Rebirth of Tiger JK with the title track Mantra, and he's killing it.
So good.
It's so good.
I thought the last one was supposed to be the last album. That's what they said, right? I thought they released an album earlier this year and they're like, yep, that's it for Drunken Tiger. But this one magically came out for whatever reason. I don't know. That being said, yeah, he obviously loved Tiger JK. It it really just dawned on me that he's the RZA of Korean hip hop when you really think about it. Just like super OG, just like especially and has a similar sort of style and flow as RZA does. So yeah, he definitely has the credentials. So if it's the last one, yeah, they definitely hopefully they'll go out on a bang with this. And
RZA's New York, right?
Yeah, I mean, all Wu-Tang Clan's from New York.
Yeah. Which is interesting because Tiger JK, like, he came up in more like LA, which is kind of interesting that he's more similar to like a.
There's a lot of people.
I guess the comparison is to a New York rapper.
There's a lot of people that because for those that aren't familiar with like the history of hip hop, there was a really big like thing with like the East Coast hip hop versus West Coast hip hop and styles and like gang sort of things. So like a lot of people they wouldn't fuck with East Coast people and they wouldn't like vice versa or whatever. But there's a lot of people nowadays that just have an appreciation for both. So I mean, I'm probably sure he just grew up like listening to everything. So I mean,
honestly,
everyone's
this
just
is like
hip-hop
classic
fans.
Drunken Tiger, like
Definitely.
straight up. Like this reminds me a lot of what's it called? I think it's called Monster. Is their like main like really popular song, and this is like just straight up just like classic hip hop. It's just exactly what I want out of a song with the artist named Drunken Tiger.
Yeah.
Instead of versus like Tiger JK or MFBTY or whatever. Like it's just perfect. The music video is really cool as like a Back to the Future theme.
His music videos are always so funny and interesting.
And again, it's just straight up like raw hip hop, old school hip hop, which is exactly what I love to hear. So
yeah. I was thinking like I kind of feel like we should have reviewed it, but then I just looked it up and it's 30 songs. It's a double album. It's 2 CDs.
And I'm going to download that tonight. And I'm probably gonna, since we're not reviewing it on the show, I might just write up a review.
Just tweet it out.
Yeah, it's.
God, and I thought Drake had problems like editing down his albums. 30 songs, Jesus Christ!
It's 2 CDs of 15 songs each. So, yeah, that's a thing. And speaking of, we also have another Drunken Tiger song, "Timeless," featuring RM from BTS. Yeah, this is also just as good. I love this style. It just, I don't even know how to describe it. It's amazing.
I just think it's really cool that Rapman got to collaborate with Tiger JK, because Rapman definitely has a really big appreciation of like the history of hip. Yeah, he knows his history, so I'm sure this is like Tiger JK was probably like an idol for him growing up, probably. So just for him to collaborate, that's awesome. Also, and again, just like I really love Rapman when he taps into that like old school 90s boom bap feel, and that's perfect. That's a perfect collaboration, because like that's what Tiger JK basically made his name off of, just like this old school boom bap type stuff. So yeah, this is a really awesome collaboration. I wish. I know this isn't really BTS's shtick, but I really wish they'd incorporate more of this style of hip hop into their music.
For real.
Because you know how awesome it'd be? Like, again, with how many good rappers they have in BTS, and it's like with Rapman leading the way, especially.
So, I'm not a huge fan of J-Hope's voice, but I think it would be perfect for this style, like his style of rapping and his voice. So, like, I feel like, or maybe if they make like another cipher or something, do it like this style. It'd be so cool.
Why? I'm surprised they haven't really done a boom bap cipher yet. Like that kind of seems like a no-brainer at this point, but I don't know. Well, big hit, get back to us. We literally giving you free ideas right now. So,
yep. So
side
this.
Note. Oh, okay. If you're not done, go.
Oh.
Keep going.
Well, like this is probably my favorite song of the month. Like for real, I really, really, really love this. Like, it's just again raw like hip hop rap. Like it came out so good. Tiger JK, his flow is amazing. RM's verse on it is really awesome as well. Speaking of which, like, since RM has already done like a couple collaborations with MFBTY at this point, I want to see him on an Epic High track at some point.
Yeah, we've been clamoring for that forever now.
I'm surprised that hasn't happened.
Yeah,
and to be honest, maybe he has been on a couple tracks that just never made onto an album or something. Like, who knows? But like, as he said, like, Epic High is the reason that he got into hip hop in the first place. Like, he was impressed by Fly, but yeah, like this song was incredible. The beat is freaking like dirty, like for real. It's so good. And another thing, I really like the illustration that's on the.
I have the art up on the screenshot.
Yeah, it's awesome. That on the lyric video.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, I was gonna say, side note, one of the songs is featuring Kim Jong-kook, Haha, Sexi's, Eunji-won, and Defcon.
Yo, it's literally all the old school guys.
Well, no, it's just all the like
comedians.
They're all like Eunji-won. They're all variety people now,
Yeah.
so it's probably ridiculous. Also,
That's funny.
Super B is on one song, so boo, boo Super B.
Fuck Super B.
Okay, let's go to part 2.
I got this one.
Going?
Yep.
Okay.
Next, we have EXID with their latest single album, I Love You, with the title track, I Love You. Like la 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 la. Okay. No, that's not the full that's not the full title. Okay. Well, one, I'm glad that Solji's back. It's again, I thought there was a point where we thought she was done with the group just because like, she had like diverticulite or like she had like something really bad or whatever, just like some.
That was hemorrhoids.
Oh no! It's some type of like really like bad sort of like condition.
It was like yeah.
Yeah, I think it had something to do with like either like thyroid or like weight or whatever. But yeah,
thyroid.
That's
what it was. Not hemorrhoid.
Hemorrhoid something else.
I was gonna say that. I was wondering if we were gonna mention that at all, what Jacob said, or if we were just gonna ignore it. But it was hyperthyroidism. So.
Yeah, hyperthyroidism is actually pretty scary. Like my mom had to deal with that for a while, and I think she had to get like surgery or whatever for it. Yeah, it really fucks with your system and everything. So I'm happy that she's able to overcome it. And they definitely like. There is a marked improvement with her vocals, so that's always a plus. That being said, I'm kind of halfway with this song. Like I actually enjoy it. Like you'd think I'd get annoyed by the la 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 sort of thing, but I actually like that part. What I don't like is that because the song is definitely very different for an EXID song, but the thing I really hate is that they just do the standard Shinsangdong Tiger, EXID, literally the same type of melody that they've done in every single song for
the chorus, yeah.
Yeah, for the chorus. They literally
Hayden Solji.
Yeah, they only have one chorus, literally. Like there's only one chorus in EXID songs, and it bothers me so much. I mean, like that'd probably be the only issue with it. Like literally, if they just rewrote the chorus, the song would be awesome. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, the music video is obviously very EXID. It's almost like up and down, where it's just like some weird shit going on. I have no idea. I can't explain.
They have a style that they stick to now.
Yeah. Jacob?
So, yes, just like DDD, this is an amazing song.
and just like DDD, it exists to solely make hooks that I despise now. That's all EXID does. But the rest of the song's great.
So I really enjoyed this one. The music video has a really cool aesthetic. I guess kind of going with the like vaporwave aesthetic, I guess that Yubin went with this month, which we'll talk about later.
We'll talk about that.
Yeah. Hani's bridge was awesome. I really liked that part. Also, side note, Hayden has like literally never looked better in any comeback. Like she looks really good in this song. So
alternatively, I don't like Jungwa with short hair, or at least this type
I
of.
do. I think she looks
No. I like long hair Jungwa. I like it way better. Like just in general, I think EXID looks way better with long hair, because I'm glad that Hani isn't cutting it short again, because he looks way better. I'm glad that Ellie keeps it long. Like long hair EXID is just like god tier for me, basically.
I disagree.
Okay. Next up, we have.
Okay, moving on.
Oh wait, is this out of order? Oh crap.
What?
Oh. Well, just yeah, it's out of order. I'll just go back. Next. Yeah, we have Flavor, which is a subunit I don't know. It's like a
subunit of a group that doesn't exist yet.
Yeah, it's a subunit of a group called Fanatics, and their unit debut single album with the title track Milkshake. So, for those that didn't have a chance to pay attention to Produce 48, this has the rap god herself, freaking Kim Doa, as a member, and I'm confused, honestly, just because, again, she definitely showed off her strengths in terms of rapping. And so the last thing I'd expect for her to do in terms of like a debut group would be some type of weird ass, like a Gugudan Ogu Ogu or like Orange Caramel type thing. Like, honestly, that's kind of the last thing and there's not really that much rapping in this as well. So I don't know. It just kind of feels like they're like wasting or underutilizing her talents in this sort of way. And yeah, this music video is like weird as hell. They're like milking cows and shit. And like, I don't know what's going on in this music video, honestly. But I guess that's the kind of that's the vibe they're going for. Just weird.
Yeah, orange caramel type thing. Yeah, I like the synth parts. The vocals definitely needed some work. Also, the way they repeat "shake" 3 times is the exact same. Is the way Encia does it in her song Vanilla Shake, and so that bothered me.
Also, just
it's literally the sounds the exact same. I'm like, it just gets Vanilla Shake stuck in my head.
Also, just the concept of the chorus just being them kind of repeating "milk a shake, shake, shake" over and over again is just kind of They can do better. Rap God Kim Doa deserves better. Next, we have, we'll go back for a bit, we have From, with her mini album entitled Midnight Candy, and the title track is called Hold Me Like It's Forever, featuring Car the Garden. And Jacob, this is all you.
I really, really, really love this song. So, like, From, if you don't know her, go check her out. She's, like, honestly one of my favorite vocalists, like in general. Like, I mainly know her just from discovering a lot of her songs on Apple Music, and she's just got, like, one of the most beautiful voices, like, I've ever encountered. So, I really, really liked her. I really, really love this song. The instrumentation, the vocals, everything is just great. Super, like, nice and chill and soothing. And, yeah, Car the Garden feature, so that's always great.
Yeah, that's always
and
awesome.
I need to check out the rest of this mini album, because I really, really like this song.
Next, we have Highlight with their... It's a special mini album because I believe it's the last one that they're doing for the foreseeable future, called Outro, and the title track is called Loved. So yeah, this is their last, I guess, comeback as a full group before they all enter the military. And that being said, like, I know it's kind of trying to build itself as like an emotional sort of thing, but I felt like the song relied way too heavily on its drop chorus, and which is kind of like a shame considering like how good Highlight is in terms of vocals. So I don't really feel like they need to rely on drops as much as other groups do. Yeah, that's probably the only sort of gripe I have with it. But otherwise, yeah, it's gonna be weird to see basically by the time Highlight's out of the military, I don't even know if anyone's gonna know them, sadly. Like, this might be it for them.
I will anticipate it.
Yeah, don't forget them, people. Don't forget them. They're awesome.
Yeah, I really, really like this song. I'm definitely downloading this one. The song immediately, like, as soon as Junyoung starts singing, like, it immediately, like, fills up with instrumentation. And my favorite part is probably the pre-chorus. The pre-chorus has a really, really nice build-up to a really satisfying drop. So I feel like those worked really well together.
Yeah, I really like the more chill drop chorus and the, like, really prominent synths. I thought this song was really, really good. It's a really good goodbye song.
Well, I'm also glad that it's not just generic goodbye song. Like,
At least they
go
have
on
that
a high
going for it.
note. Like, literally, this is how you do it. This is good.
Yeah,
and I'm just glad if they never end up like this coming back together as a full group. I'm just glad we got to see them live. We got that, which was definitely one of the highlights of last year.
No pun intended.
Ha. Next up, we have Hyo or Hyoyeon from Girls' Generation, with 3 Lao. I don't know. I don't know who this guy's. With the digital single "Punk Right Now." Yeah, so it's very, 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 very much the EDM style that Hyoyeon goes with for her DJ Hyo stuff. That being said, I do like the Korean version better a lot than the English version because the English version's kind of cringy. But yeah, the drop is still pretty sick, and it's still cool how she does like all the choreography and the singing and the dancing and like the actual production for like not many DJs do all of that stuff for their own releases, so that's pretty cool.
So one, I really like the music video. I thought it turned out pretty well. Like it could have been like pretty generic EDM music video, but I feel like, I don't know, just the aesthetic itself worked out really well, especially the parts where there's like random crystals glowing up. She's on like a huge truck. By the way, in my comments I was like, Hyo would drive a huge truck like that. Like, I feel like she would be the person to do that.
That has lights and all that sort of stuff on it too.
Also, again, the drop is like ridiculous. Like it's super, I guess to use my own words, high impact. Like amazing.
Yeah, the drop is nasty. Nate?
Yeah, I agree. Like I just thought it's another fantastic club song. This might be my favorite out of the stuff she put out.
I still like Sober better just because I don't know, I like more of her singing actually, so. Next up we have Jackson Wang from GOT7 with the Chinese digital single, although he barely sings in Chinese.
I was gonna say it's all English.
It's all English. I don't know why. The Chinese digital single "Different Game" featuring Gucci Mane. I'm just like, wait a second, it's a Chinese song with Gucci Mane. Does Gucci Mane speaks Chinese? But no.
So random.
Yeah, it's very random. That being said, I know we're usually hit or miss with Jackson's like Chinese songs, but like I think it's fine. I honestly think it's fine, and I think it's Gucci Mane's probably a good feature on this just because this is the kind of like trap style that he does. So yeah, it's kind of a guilty pleasure sort of thing. I enjoyed it, and also just his music videos are just super insane and totally appeal to like a Chinese market where everything's way over the top. There's like freaking tigers and flamethrowers and like crazy expensive like chains and all that sort of yeah, basically
giant shipping container that says Team Wang on it.
Yeah, I have no idea, but like he must be rolling in dough if he can afford to do all these crazy expensive music videos on his own. Next we have Jaegi featuring Sumin with the song "Far Away." So Jaegi is they're from the Netherlands. They're I'm guessing they're the producer because I looked up a bunch of their songs, and it's just mostly instrumental tracks. And Sumin is a name I've heard of before.
Yep.
I don't know.
Do I know about her?
I have one on. She's popped up on the releases list before, I believe.
Yeah, no, I know one of her. Yeah, Mirror Ball. I really liked her song Mirror Ball.
Okay, so that being said, yeah, the instrumentals and the vocals on this are insane, and I'm really glad I end up finding it like just randomly in our K-pop or whatever. So it works really well. He definitely has that sort of like house vibe going for it. So it works really well. And it's a good choice to put a guest vocalist on this song.
This song is probably my second favorite of the month behind the Drunken Tiger song with RM. Like, this song is fantastic. I'm easily adding this to my playlist. Like, oh my god. Like, her vocals are really good. The beat is sick. Like, everything about it is amazing. Like, this only has like under 4,000 views. That's a crime.
He only has
we have a video that has more views than this. I'm pretty sure.
He only has 53 subscribers. Like, okay, I'm subscribing to him like right now. That's a shame. Like, he deserves way more because his like
it's fantastic.
Yeah, I've listened to the other songs that he's done, and they're incredible. So definitely like that. like we usually don't like the show, but this guy deserves way more for. And I hope he keeps working with Korean artists. In all honesty,
me too.
Nate, what'd you have to say about it?
Yeah, I agree. I thought the beats in the song were fantastic, and I definitely want to look into more of their stuff.
Oh boy, here we go. Next, we have Jennie from some random group named Blackpink. I don't know them. They never released music.
It's a horrible stage name.
Her debut single album entitled Solo. A Star Wars story. No, just kidding.
If that was the full title of the song, I would have loved that.
Just we're doing a CF for Solo, a Star Wars story, like 7 months after the movie came out.
Yeah.
This song would probably have been better if it was a CF for Solo, a Star Wars story, because oh my god, this sucks. Like straight up, I'm sorry. Like I know we're gonna get. Like we're on really thin ice with YG and Blackpink stands as it is, but I'm going to just like, I'm just gonna like smash that thin ice even further because what a waste of talent. Honestly, that's all I have to say with this. Honestly, like Jennie, like I love Jennie. She has legitimate talent. I love her singing. She's very multi-talented in terms of like she's able to dance well too. So, and she's a great rapper. So, why are you wasting this like? Again, Mighty Egg Roll on our Discord coined the term Kids Bop Gashina. Why are you wasting this Kids Bop Gashina song on her? Because she deserves, like, Blackpink deserves way better. She deserves way better than this. And granted, that's the thing. I'm going to be in the minority. I'm like, literally no one's going to give a shit about this because this thing, it's almost at 100 million views after what, like a couple weeks. So, like, people don't care just because they're so starved for Blackpink and just like any of them to release music so that they'll take anything at this point. But that's not a viable strategy. That's not a viable market strategy where like if we starve them of music, they'll literally take anything. Like after a while, people are gonna get fed up and like they're gonna be like, well, we want good music, not just music. And I don't know. It's just I really don't know what it is with Teddy producing for YG versus Teddy producing for like Sunmi or other artists where it seems like he has maybe just the like over micromanaging on YG's part or something, but it feels like he has a lot more creative freedom when he's working for or he's doing stuff for artists that aren't under YG. So I don't know. This was just super disappointing, honestly. And like again, I don't even have that. Honestly, I don't even have that high of expectations because I want Blackpink to sort of impress me at one point, or members of Blackpink to impress me at one point. But this ain't it, Chief. I'm sorry. This ain't it.
So like for me, I really like this. Like until the chorus came in, like they just threw it all out. I don't know. I don't know what they were thinking. Like they weren't thinking. It's like with See You Later. Like they just threw out a really, really good song, a really good build up, and they just threw it out on a weak drop. Like, come on. It's like I think I still like the song overall. I'm on the fence, to be honest, but like I really, really like the chorus, or not the chorus. I don't like the chorus. I really like the verses. Even her rap and stuff like that's pretty good. It's just like the video's nice. The lyrics are nice. Like everything except for the chorus that blows it. You know what I mean? It's just like,
and that's the most important part of the song.
That's what frustrates me is that they just have no hook. You know, like Teddy, come on, stop this. And I don't know why it's a Blackpink thing, but like I don't know why they have great vocalists and great rappers. So why do they? Yeah. Why do they seem to have just this year? I don't know why they have an over-reliance on, okay, let's do an awesome drop where they don't say anything for like, I don't know, like 15 seconds or whatever. Like honestly, the only time they've done it, out of the 3 times they've done it, the only time it worked was in Doo 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 for me. I know it still doesn't for you guys, but yeah, like in this song, like they were building up to something. I was expecting like a chorus, like something in as if it's your last or Playing with Fire sort of thing, and then they just give me See You Later. I'm like, no, this is not what I wanted. And I mean, and granted, we're like we kind of make it our thing that we don't necessarily want to see the same thing from groups over and over again. But when we're talking about like song structure and where you're literally hampering the talent of like
amazing like singers and rappers that you have in Blackpink. Like it's just everything just seems like bass accords. Like literally, like everything that they're doing is just it just seems so counterintuitive to what I feel like would make a good Blackpink song. And granted, I'm not a producer. I don't have any producing credits or whatever. But it just I feel like. Honestly, I feel like there's so many people that could do better with the group, honestly. And I mean, granted, and like literally, like we saw what they did with what's her name, Dua Lipa. Like Dua Lipa probably made the best Blackpink song. Like again, literally, I don't hate the group. I don't hate the members. If anything, I love them all. It's just,
dude, As If It's Your Last and Playing with Fire are two of my favorite songs, K-pop songs in general. Like, they're too hit and miss is all.
I know it's just stupid that they have the capability.
The thing that's frustrating for me is they build up a great song and then throw it out the window with the hook.
And I don't know. I think most of my frustration comes with the fact that I don't know. It's definitely I think of a lot of my resentment. Not just towards YG, but maybe a bit towards the fan base, where literally any sort of rejection or any sort of if it's not anything short of like overwhelming, undying praise for Blackpink, you're dead. Basically, they're probably gonna dox us right now just because we're not like super enthused with this song. But yeah, I don't know. It's just really. They deserve better, and they shouldn't be settling. Honestly, Blackpink is probably the last group that can afford to settle right now. Honestly, they deserve way better music than what they're getting. So that's our Blackpink rant for the day. Next, we have Jung Jin-woo of PLT, also known as Planetarium, with his full-length album, Rotate, and the title track, She's Got Everything, is the one I'm going to be covering in this. Again, I've just been in love with all of the members of Planetarium Records. So, like, and both like with the main or with like the collaborative PLT songs and their individual ones, and it kind of feels like they're doing what Dean kind of made popular like a couple of years ago, but they're just taking that to the nth degree in terms of how experimental they go, and that's awesome. Like, really building, like opening. I feel like Dean definitely helped sort of put. Or make it viable to do this sort of really experimental style R&B, and I feel like they're definitely just sort of pushing the envelope even further. And again, all of them have different styles on their individual songs, which is really cool to see. So you're never gonna get sick of hearing each of the PLT members. That being said, this music video is weird as hell. It's like this guy sees this guy kissing a girl, and then like literally the entire music video is just the two guys like fighting, and kind of I'm just like, this is kind of kinky in a way. I'm just like, this is the whole point of the song, but.
Well, it's weird because like as they're fighting, they're almost in like intimate positions, which is really strange and off-putting.
Yeah, I don't know, and
because at first I thought the guy with the long hair was the girl. From
the
so
girl, I'm just like,
is
okay,
he like raping her or something?
Yeah, it was just like really weird, but that makes they've got the weird aesthetic thing going. That makes sense. This song is awesome. I love it, and Jinwoo has an incredible voice, and I've gone back and listened to the rest of the songs in the album, and so far it's been excellent. And I really regret, like I told Cooper, I was like, I regret us not reviewing this because I would have probably given it a good score, honestly. So. What are your thoughts, Jacob?
I thought the song was awesome. Like the vocals are awesome. The beat is awesome. I hope we, I want to see more of like this style of music in the Korean R&B scene. I really, really like this.
Mm-hmm. And I mean, PLT is definitely growing a fan base, and I mean, we were kind of there from day one, or at least when they started doing the PL stuff under the Planetarium Records or collective. So, yeah, it's crazy to see how much they've grown, honestly.
Yeah.
Next, we have Casper, the Friendly Ghost, with this. I think it's like a digital single called 3 Months. So, this is probably the first time I've heard her sing primarily in English. So. That's an interesting sort of take. And also, this is probably the first time I've heard her do something that's not sort of like a trap or R&B style song. This is a feature-based track. So yeah, I enjoyed it for the most part. The way I would have to say is, again, I have a lot of advice for Casper, I guess. One, I'd say the mixing sort of needs help because her voice kind of gets
Yep.
lost among the instrumentals. So just kind of bring that up. Also, just maybe sort of adjust her pronunciation so that it flows a bit better. Because a lot of the way she pronounces words, and granted, maybe it's proper when you're like speaking, but it doesn't necessarily translate into singing, where she ends a lot of words very abruptly, where I feel like it should be more legato and sort of flow into each other. So those are the only 2 points. Otherwise, I really loved it. Again, I'm a huge fan of Future Bass, so yep, love more casting.
Yeah, I definitely agree on the vocals with the I think her like they're too quiet. Like bring that up or bring the instrumentals down, whichever works. That being said, I think this might be my favorite Casper song so far. I think the instrumental clears out during the build up, which is really nice, and then the drop is pretty nice as well. And then I think it's towards like the last third of the song they start doing stuff with like 3D audio, like sort of like sound spaces and stuff going all around the place, like from different angles, which I thought was really awesome. I love when they do that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I also thought this is one of her best songs. Instrumentals and singing are fantastic. The only thing I wish was there was some like sentimental rapping, because I thought it would have fit well. And she didn't rap at all in the song, but otherwise thought it was fantastic.
That's usually one of the strengths with Casper, is that she ends up being her own featured rapper for most of the time, because she does she does the singing as well.
Yep.
So yeah, that definitely would have improved the song a bit. Next, we have 2 key songs. So we'll go with the first one is a pre-release single called Forever Yours featuring Soyu. So Jacob started off.
I actually really like this, especially the portions with Soyu's voice. I think her and Key were actually a really, really smart choice together. I think they work together really well.
Yeah, they do.
Also, I said this, I'm saying this just about both songs, but I think honestly Key is like a really underrated vocalist.
Nate?
Yeah, it's Soyu and Key doing Tropical House, so what else could I ask for?
And the other solo song from Key is from his debut full-length album entitled Face, is called One of Those Nights featuring Crush. So I don't know, I'm kind of conflicted with this because obviously I love Key, I love Shiny. That being said, I don't know, I kind of wish he was a bit more ambitious with this project or this song, especially with a feature like Crush. And it felt a bit safe for my taste, considering which is in contrast to just how experimental Shiny has been over the past year. So yeah, that's probably the only thing. His vocals are great, obviously. I agree, Jacob, that he's super underrated on that front. The instrumental is pretty good too, but I would have liked to see him push the envelope a bit more.
So I actually really enjoyed this song. I think it's really catchy. Also, unexpected pair, Crush and Key, but honestly, I really love it. I think it was a really good match. Crush's vocals and Key's vocals mesh well together in the song. And yeah, I enjoyed this a lot. I need to listen to the rest of the album still.
Yeah, same. Yeah, I love it. I really like the chill acoustic take on EDM. I thought it fit him really well, and then obviously Crush fits in that well too.
And closing out this part is LaBoom's debut single? What? Japanese debut single. They literally didn't do anything in Japan until now?
No, they haven't promoted in Japan before.
Wow, okay. Hui Hui. So, Nate, this is your territory.
Yep, literally just want everyone to go listen to Hui Hui, because it's one of the best songs of last year. This is the wrong version, but it gave me a reason to talk about Hui Hui, so go listen to it. It's perfect.
Rip Yeolhee's career.
Yep, Rip Yeolhee.
But she has a cute baby.
She's got a kid now, so...
She does have a cute baby.
All right.
Topic 3.
So is it my turn now?
Yep.
It is.
Topic 3.
All right.
Go for it.
First, we've got... hold on a second. I closed the playlist because I'm an idiot. First, we have Lee Bada with her album Blue Ocean, but the title track is called Painting, which I really, really enjoyed. The MV is really pretty, despite how, like, again, like, low budget and, despite how low budget the MV was, I think it turned out really nice. There's a lot of pretty camera shots and stuff like that. Also, her vocals are beautiful, like, amazing.
She might be one of my favorite vocalists, honestly, because and also not just because of I'm really partial to like raspy female R&B vocals, but the thing I really love about her is that every time that she showed up on this list, it's been a different song or it's different genre. So, she's done like an upbeat like R&B song, like really like happy-go-lucky sort of thing. She did this like moody feature-based type songs, and then there's this, which is like a very traditional piano ballad, which definitely this probably complements her voice the best, honestly. But I really love how she's able to sort of dip her toe into these different genres and still have her voice really stand out amongst the instrumentals. So yeah, I'm really high on Libada right now.
Yeah. All right, next up we have Lovelyz with their new song Lost and Found.
Nate.
Oh, sorry, I didn't realize Jacob didn't have anything. No, yeah, Lovelyz is sticking to their normal style and executing it really well. I'm fine with them continuing doing more of the same, and I thought this was another great song.
The only big problem I'd have with this is just the music video is super lazy. Like, there's nothing interesting about the music video, unfortunately. That being said, I'm glad they're bringing more of the chiptunes into it. They kind of went away from that with... I was super... If you remember, like a couple months ago when we reviewed their song That Day, I was just super bored of it. But ever since Wagzak, I've really liked it. I probably don't like it as much as Wagzak, but...
yeah, same.
I still do enjoy it, mostly just because it has a sick ass bass line that they have out of nowhere. So, yeah, I'm starting to come back around on Lovelyz lately.
Mm-hmm. So next up we have Lucas from NCT and Jonah Nilsson, which I don't recognize him, but so this is the first single from SM Station 3. It's called Coffee Break. Quick note on the Station 3, there's this like intro in the beginning, and it looks like something I would have made in like my intro 3D modeling course. Like,
just because of the sphere and all of the ray tracing and everything.
Well, yeah, it's definitely using like a ray tracing render, but like the motion on the train stopping is so like clunky and like.
Do you think you can do it?
Like, I literally could make this, and I've only been doing this for like 2 months, so. Yeah. Anyways, to the actual song, I was taken completely off guard by this. This is super like Michael Jackson, like.
Yep. Oh, you can tell.
Style,
you can tell.
Like for real. And the vocals are amazing. Whoever this guy is, Jonah Nilsson, like holy crap. I looked him up.
He's a singer for some like Swedish band.
Okay, I figured he was Swedish by the name. I wonder if he's like a songwriter for SM or something. Like he just got a song with Charlie Patch
how did this is probably one of the randomest
the band is called Dirty Loops, by the way.
Yep,
they're really good. The instrumental's fantastic, vocals fantastic, like damn.
Yeah, I agree. Like it's pretty much exactly what you said. Like it's just utterly amazing vocals and instrumentals, just like straight Michael Jackson.
By the way,
apparently they opened for Maroon 5 during their Asia and Oceania tours.
Whoa, that's huge.
In 2015.
That's pretty cool. So one other thing, Lucas kind of felt a little out of place here.
Yeah. Honestly,
he's the only thing that kind of makes it K-pop at this point, but like other than being SM, but still, I'm okay with it. He introduced us to this song.
Yeah, so. I don't know. Like he definitely. If you took out Lucas, I wouldn't mind. Honestly, I'm sorry, Lucas, but it's just hard to focus on any of his rapping parts when you literally have this guy like belting the fuck out of every little single line. I'm just like, holy shit! And I'm just like, oh wait, Lucas is on this song too. But like what you were saying, like. You could definitely tell this guy grew up on like Stevie Wonder and Michael Jackson. Like growing up, you hear that in his voice. And that's incredible how you can hear like overt influences in people's voices and everything. So, man, this is like I probably one of the funkiest like SM Station songs I've ever heard. Just songs I've heard in the K-pop landscape just ever. So, oh god, there's just so much to this. There's like jazz flute. There's an awesome keyboard solo and everything. Like, oh. Yeah, this is incredible. This is incredible, and it's a great way to start. Like, I don't know if it's gonna take a lot to top this in terms of station songs, honestly. Because at least in terms of the vocals, because holy shit, this guy can sing.
If Station 3 continues on the trend of like this quality of song, it's gonna rival Station 1. Like,
we're getting NCT Yeri collab song.
Oh my
next.
god, I'm kind of curious, to be honest. It seems weird, but
don't get
I'm here
Victoria's
for it,
hopes
so
up, man. She's gonna
we'll
be
see.
so fucking disappointed if that never happened.
No, that's happening. It's
it is
announced
happening.
today.
Oh yeah, I
Yeah,
forgot. Holy crap!
Right.
I forgot about that.
Next up, we have Matilda with their song Between Fall and Winter.
Justice for Semi. That's all I'm gonna say.
So
He got robbed.
Matilda is a girl group making their first comeback since 2016, which is crazy. Like, going a year off is kind of like a death sentence, but they survived. So Semi was on the Unit Plus, or the Unit. She finished 13th, so rip.
She was second
So
from
close.
that she was second place for the second half of the show, and then the last episode she dropped to 13th.
Everyone probably
That's
assumed she was
bullshit.
safe
Yeah,
keeps
well,
Yeah,
exactly.
in every show.
She got.
Well, and it was
she
you
got
get all the
gone.
people that vote in the finals, like that didn't actually watch the show, and
Yeah,
vote for more popular
yeah.
people.
You get a lot-
and
you get normies.
She was really popular throughout the show, but nobody knew who Matilda was.
Unfortunately, which is kind of a shame because I really enjoy this. It kind of reminds me of Red Velvet tracks, and they definitely have the vocals to sort of justify going
Yeah,
towards
they're
that.
really good vocalists.
Yeah, so again, I really don't know much about Matilda, honestly, so I definitely have to do my. Granted, they only have one other song then besides this, right? Or just like one other.
Oh,
like,
they have a couple.
but they don't have that much, unfortunately. It
No,
seems.
they don't have a ton.
So hopefully this is a start of something. So yeah, keep it up. Keep
All
it
right. Next, we have Mino with his solo debut, I'm pretty sure. His first full-length album, at least, because this is the first thing he's done like outside of Mob solo. Honestly, I really liked the title track, which was Fiancé. I'd say it's on par with Body, and it's very similar to Full House, which was on the Mob mini album. Now, stop making bad winter songs and just make good songs like this, please.
Yeah, I was really surprised by how good the song was. I thought the beat and the instrumentals were fantastic. And the music videos are really well done. I didn't expect to like this, and I liked it a lot. I was really happy with it.
All right, next up we have MXM with their song Knock Knock, which is the TAC remix of that.
Yeah. It's like, yeah, it's a really awesome song, and the remix instrumentals are amazing as always with TAC remixes.
Yeah, he's definitely one of my favorite DJs. Whenever he's pretty much the go-to when it comes to either producing any type of like electronic or sort of chiptunesy-esque song. So he definitely has the quality. What I'm interested in is, like, this group is doing pretty well already, but just imagine like how good they'll be or how popular they'll get once Daewoo and Park Woojin come back from 101 and join the Brand New Boys group. Holy crap! Like, I think it's a great idea for Brand New to just sort of do MXM while they're waiting for 101 to finish the contract out. So yeah, I think they might have a lot of momentum. They might have some of the biggest momentum of the 101 branch groups once they eventually, they're probably going to debut next year, or as a full group, it seems. So yeah.
So you think Daewoo's just gonna join them?
Well, no, that's the plan. Where basically
Okay, they
did,
actually announced that. Okay.
MXM was they're doing. I don't know if they've been calling it Brand New Boys the entire project, but MXM is kind of like the subunit. What basically they're doing a new SW while they're waiting for the contracts to expire. So, and it's a good job. They did a good job because they gave exposure to everyone else, and again, it's just. They're definitely keeping the name out there. So once Brand New Boys finally fully debuts, it's gonna be huge. It's gonna be really huge. And Daewoo, he's gonna write a lot of the songs too. So that's gonna be awesome.
All right, so should I go based on the playlist or the spreadsheet?
Spreadsheet is what the
Why isn't nature on here?
Okay, so
Nobody
nature is
marked it?
next. Nature, you'll be mine is the next.
Nobody
Is the,
marked it on the spreadsheet.
I had it. Oh, sorry.
It's not marked.
All right, Andrew.
Oh, I should
say
have
your
had
piece.
it.
That's why
Say your
I
piece.
hit it because it wasn't
Sorry.
marked.
No, because we were supposed. I didn't end up marking it, or I must have missed it because we were supposed to actually review it last week, but we decided to just do produce cast instead. So yeah, with this song or Some You'll Be Mine, because we covered them with the Allegro Cantabile, which was the debut. It was a cover of an anime song. This is way different than that. Yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of like halfway with the song. Honestly, it's kind like. I enjoy it for the most part, except for the chorus, because the chorus comes out of nowhere with just like this random EDM drop that kind of feels really just out of place. And I think what really kills it for me is just like the choreography is just super cringe there. It's like they're doing like a chicken wing dance or something like that. That makes it like I feel like they have something. They have something that they can definitely work on. Yeah, just they have to fix that instrumental. Otherwise, I enjoyed it because it definitely has a lot of similar vibes to like #Cookie Jar. That's sort of like really fun, upbeat kind of girl group song. So yeah, I know Cooper and Mishala on Discord they're really high on this group. So yeah, we'll see what they have.
Yep. All right, next we have NCT 127.
Let's
with
go.
The repackage of regular. It's called Regulate. Title track is called Simon Says, and I don't know, I'm kind of meh on this song. Like, I don't hate it, but I'm not sure if I like it either. I'll need to listen to it several more times still, but like, I don't know, I just find this style of hip-hop to be really cheesy.
Yeah, so I actually love it, which I'm not I feel like I'm in the minority for this one, but I don't know why. I just like all the different vocal styles they use throughout the song, while like still fitting together. And then the bridge is just utterly amazing. To quote Umu, she said during that bridge, I wanted to throw my headphones down and run around the room screaming because it was just so good. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know why, but I thought it was really, really good. And I think I actually like it more than Cherry Bomb.
Ooh, no.
It's definitely not better
close.
than Limitless. And it's not better than Crush, but I love Crush, and I don't really count Crush.
Would you put this over regular, or would you put this over regular?
Yeah, I definitely put over regular.
No, I'd still put regular over this.
So, yeah, I think I'm in the minority, but I like it a lot.
Like, there's parts of it I enjoy, but I think one of my biggest problems with NCT just in general is I feel like the quality of like the visual and conceptual sort of thing that they have going with NCT doesn't always, or the music that they actually end up writing or releasing doesn't always end up matching that. Just because NCT is definitely a visual heavy group, or just like the entire concept of NCT is definitely relies on just sort of operating under that notion, but. Yeah, it's just one of those sort of things where the song itself sounds lackluster, which kind of brings the rest of it down. Because like the music video is cool as hell. I love all their music videos just because it's super out there, especially for SM. So I don't know. It just kind of feels like they take advantage of the fact that most pop fans are like, "Oh, it's NCT. I'll take it." Like they take advantage of the fact that, again, most people aren't looking for objective or critical analysis of pop music necessarily, which it definitely feels like they put a lot more weight into, or focus into, the visual aspect than they do into the songwriting, which kind of sucks because I love NCT songs, and like when they're able to pair that, like an excellent song with excellent visuals and choreography and everything, like that's when NCT is like their best. But with this, it's just disappointing. Mostly just because, at this point I have really high expectations for NCT, so this just doesn't cut it for me.
I think also my main problem with it is there's this like beat in the background during the chorus is really annoying. The boop 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 boop. Like I can't deal with it. I can't deal with it. But again, it could grow on me. EXO's Wolf grew on me, so anything's possible at that point. So yeah. Anyways, up next we have New SW with their song "Help Me." Yeah, so I first heard this on Music Bank when I was waiting for when I was up at like 4 a.m. still doing homework. I was waiting for RBB to come out, Red Velvet's new song, and this came out first, their performance for this, and I was like, oh my god, this is awesome. I can't wait to cover this on our favorite songs of November list. And honestly, this is fantastic. I really, really like this.
Yeah, I think this is like probably my favorite song from them. Although I don't know, they've put out a lot of really good stuff.
It's really close between this and Where You At, honestly. It's just because Where You At was just incredible when it first came out. So
yeah, but yeah, this is a great way to end New SW. I think, and like I thought the ending with the door opening was like a really good touch, which is what I think I picked it for the screenshot.
Because they're getting One Minion back.
They'll become newest
again.
Normal newest again. But yeah, I could listen to songs like this all day. It's fantastic.
But just overall, I've been really happy with what we've gotten from New SW because, again, people are kind of like, oh, what are they going to do without Hwang Min-yeon or whatever? And I feel like the person that's really benefited from it is Dongho or Baekho. Like, he's sort of been like their main vocalist.
He stands out a lot.
Oh, he's got one of the most unique singing voices in K-pop. I love it. That's like, Dongho is like 90% of the reason why I love New SW so much. You know, the 10% is just like they always do like this feature-based like electronic style songs. And it's something I hope they bring into New West, like the proper group, just because I don't know, like looking back at like they didn't really start to go into this until Love Paint, and like everything prior to that, I don't know, was just kind of so I really hope this is the direction that they go into because I think they really have something here, and
I think it will be,
and it's something that differentiates them from 17. So they're not gonna be like, whoops, you guys, we're gonna give you the same concept and you're gonna die. So like honestly, if that happens again, I will never forgive Pledis, honestly, just because they have something here. They have something here, and they cannot fuck this up, especially with Hwang Min-yeon coming back in. Like they're riding high with how big New SW is. They're riding high with how popular 101 is, especially with how popular Hwang Min-yeon is. So literally, like it should be a home run at this point. Like whatever they put out is going to do well. So literally, it's in Pledis' court right now. So hopefully they treat them well, and they've been treating them so good over the past year and a half. So yeah, just super happy with New SW.
So did they ever explain what W stands for? I'm just going to assume it means without Minion.
No, it's newest waiting. W is like for wait.
Oh, waiting.
They're waiting for Minion to come back, so that's why it's newest
I
W.
See. That makes sense. All right. Up next, we have P.O., which I assume is a member of Block B, with Comme des Garçons.
It's a cover of the brand. No. I mean, I don't have much to say on the song itself. It's just the intro to this is literally the same like guitar riff that Luna YYXY's Del Senyo uses. I think they sampled the same song, so it's just really funny to see it here. So that's all I have to say.
All right. Up next, we have Six Bomb. Didn't think I'd see them again with Your Neighborhood.
Super controversial group. They literally have a plastic surgery concept and Japanese like porn concept. Doing a ballad that's actually really good. Like, what are the odds, honestly? And
I kind of feel bad for them. They're just like, I feel like it's their company that's the bad ones.
100%.
They've irreparably like messed up their faces. Like I don't know whether they wanted to or not, but like.
But I mean, do they have a choice? If you think about it, do you really have a choice? Like.
Well, I know exactly, but
this is probably their only chance to make it in like the music industry, and they've just been. Like this is literally like we've heard about like exploitative like practices in the Korean work place, and just it feels I feel so bad for them just because again there's a lot of talent here and they've just been exploited.
They've definitely shown that they have vocal talent.
Yeah, their vocals are incredible. Yeah, just they've literally been exploited by like literally manipulated like physically, and just like they've been forced to do all this super embarrassing shit just like to make headlines, unfortunately. And they don't need that. Literally, like, you know how popular like this style of like ballad track is in Korea? You literally don't need any of that nonsense because they eat this shit up. So why are you trying to push this as like an idol group that's going to rival like, I don't know, like Twice or whatever, like some big groups that have like way more money and way more I guess visual appeal. I don't know. It's a really sad story, honestly. Like I hope they stop doing this stuff to them, because it feels super. Yeah, it's very manipulative, and it's taking advantage of people who are trying to live out a dream, and you're literally putting them through the worst stuff that they essentially they have to consent to because they have no other choice.
Yep. All right. Up next we have Sobe with Elevate. And yeah, so my notes is like she's hot. And the song is really good too. She's really attractive. But anyways, yeah, I actually really like this song. It's a good like R&B style song. The R&B is pretty cool actually. Like again, this is kind of a recurring thing this month, but really low budget, but they make do with what they have and came out really well.
Yeah, Sobe was the opening act for Sunny and Mad Clown's tour. So whenever they had female vocals, she ended up doing the vocals for that. And she's great. She's great. I love her. She originally, I think she grew up in like Chicago or something, like some part of the Midwest. She's like Korean American, and she's like doing communications or like marketing or so whatever. And then yeah, she's just like, fuck it, I'll just do a career change and become a singer. And yeah. She moved to Korea. That's whole shtick. So yeah, it's pretty cool to see her. She had a song with EXO earlier in the year that we didn't end up covering, but I really enjoyed that one. That being said, I don't like this one as much as I liked her earlier stuff, just because I don't know. Maybe just sort of like singing or just like the pronunciation. You could definitely tell that she's American just in the way that she pronounces certain words. That being said, it's still enjoyable. Also, side note. It's an awesome thing. She has like a mini series / YouTube channel that I swear to God, this is what it's called. It's called Sobe's Balls. Because like apparently and she makes reference to it. She's in a ball pit, like in the beginning of the video or whatever. So apparently she's calling it Sobe's Balls because like she's like, oh, it took balls for her to leave her like secure career and try to become a music artist. And that's awesome. Definitely. So I really applaud her for chasing her dream like this. So I wish her nothing but the best.
All right, next up we have another one of my favorites this month. Andrew specifically told me like make sure to listen to this one.
I added him like immediately.
Yeah. So as you can guess, I really, really love this. It's called Sonic Stones is the band. The song is called This Is Hell. And like this is like straight up just like punk, which I really, really like it. Specifically, like, oh my god, the guitar player completely blew me away like when this song came on. Like, holy crap. This group definitely reminds me kind of like I don't know, it's like Blink-182 with screaming or something, like Sum 41, something like that. I'm not really sure how to describe it, but anyways, check them out. They're really, really good, especially considering there's like only a handful of Korean punk bands. Yeah, the Korean punk scene's super underground, and yeah, it doesn't have the same appeal that it doesn't, like, there's not the audience that you necessarily garner here in America as compared to here in America. So yeah, I this song was awesome. Yeah, that's why I had to like at you immediately. It's like this interesting like hard rock metal mixed with the pop punk style choruses. So, which specifically reminds me of a group called A Day to Remember. Like that was their whole shtick. Oh yes, that actually makes perfect sense to me. Yeah, like that's their whole shtick. Where for those that aren't familiar, well, definitely go listen to A Day to Remember. They're probably one of my favorites of the sort of pop punk genre. Like their singer would do like really like pop punk style like verses, like with like the like in the background, and then they'd switch over to just like more like metal
like screaming and everything at certain points. So it's a really cool, like, it sounds weird at first, but it sounds awesome once you actually listen to it. So I've really come to enjoy that sort of blend that they made. And yeah, I feel a similar vibe to this. That's probably why I liked it so much. So yeah, I've never heard of Sonic Stones, but it sounds like a canceled Sonic game or something like that.
Sonic Stones. Another note, also, like, the lead singer, like, he is, like, literally goes wild as he's, like, ripping his guitar. It's crazy. But yeah, the actual main guitarist was, like, the best part of this song for me. He's crazy.
Yep, they go in, definitely. So shout out to Sonic Stones.
Yes, I'm gonna see if they have more music. Anyways, next up we have Spectrum with the title track "What Do I Do."
I don't really have much to say on the song other than it's a good song, really good job. But I do want to mention that this is a boy group that debuted in May 2018. Participated in Mix 9, but sadly after the filming of that and after their debut, I think they debuted sometime after Mix 9, or they made a song after Mix 9, which ended up being the last song for the member Donghyun, who passed away. He passed away in July. I still don't know what the cause of death was necessarily, but this is the first comeback that they made after his death. So yeah. I'd say it's still an enjoyable song, and also just I noticed I think they filmed this in the same place as a Stray Kids music video. I forget which music video exactly, but yeah, that was just an interesting tidbit.
On to topic 4.
Right, that's you, Nate.
Yep. So next we have Stella Jong's song "It's Beautiful" Dating Club Soul version.
Oh my god. It's city pop, like wavy retro 80s. Oh, they even have like, it sounds like a freaking like AIM or like really weird like sound effects and everything. And I'm just like, what? Where did this come? Because if you listen to Stella Jong's music before, like it sounds nothing like this. And I think there's a bunch of these like Digging Club Soul version songs that popped up on our K-pop. So I think it's sort of like a remix. It's a cover of an older 80s song, which definitely makes sense. I can't read mood runes, so I don't know exactly what song it was, but wow, this is incredible. Just they nail down vocals perfect. Like just this soft style of singing works perfect for old city pop tracks. Visually, they got like the aesthetic down. Like they had like the old like advertisements for like, I don't know, like a beer, like a drink or something like that. Yeah, I just love everything about this so much. And yeah, it's cool to see it from a familiar face like Stella Jong.
Next we have Stray Kids music video for Get Cool, which was on their last album. And I love these ridiculous album track MVs that they keep getting. So give me more goofy Stray Kids music videos.
Like, not to throw shade, but kind of to throw shade at other, like, Stray Kids' parody songs are better than some groups' actual serious songs. Like, not even joking. Like, the amount of production quality and just the amount of thought that they put into this, just in all aspects of, like, the song, the music video, the choreography, like, everything. It's so well done. Just, like, I love like this song is built for memes. Like you could tell just from like the choreography, the weird outfits. Like they're literally dabbing and everything. Like they definitely know what they're doing. So I know they're more popular for like the District 9 or just like more their serious sort of stuff. But I love these songs, and I'm glad these songs always get music videos and more recognition because again a lot of people wouldn't listen to it otherwise.
Yep.
Next we have Taemin from Chinese Japanese full-length album Taemin with the title track Under My Skin.
It's a mashup of Over My Skin by Tiffany Young and Neurotic by TVXQ.
Yep. But yeah, Taemin doesn't need justification to be on this list. He hasn't put out bad music. It's more Taemin, and it's fantastic. Anything else, Jacob, or was that it?
Nope, that's it.
Okay.
I had to get one in.
Yeah. Next is the Barbarettes with Santa is Busy and Winter Wind, 2 Christmas songs.
Yeah, it's the most wonderful time of the year, boys. Just something I actually didn't realize until recently is the Barbarettes actually lost one of their members. Yeah, it's kind of sad. They started as a quartet, then a trio, and now they're just a duo.
Barbershop quartet, yeah.
Oh, I'm sad, but again, I anticipate Barbarette's Christmas music.
Soon it'll be the Barbarette.
No,
Oof.
that's the thing. They need more popularity so that they don't like keep hemorrhaging members. Like, I love their music so much just because, again, there's nothing like them. There's nothing like them in the Korean music industry, and I love that aspect of it. Like, they do, just like musical intricacy that they bring to something as basic as a Christmas song is incredible. And side note, go watch, they did a cover of Boom Boom, which was incredible. So go watch that. Like Boom Boom by Momoland. Yeah, and just like, again, the amount of creativity that they're able to sort of bring to these songs that normally pop songs is just awesome. So I love the Barbarettes so much.
Next, we have the Boys mini album The Only with the title track Nowhere. And the Boys put out an amazing Tropical House song, and I love it, obviously. And I still think they haven't put out a bad song yet. They're doing fantastic.
Neither do I, actually. I was talking in like our Discord. I was like, "Yo, this is gonna be the toughest decision of our lives, having to pick between the Boys or Stray Kids."
Stray Kids.
I don't know.
ONF is on that list too.
I don't know.
There's so many really good boy groups that debuted this year.
ONF debuted last year, dude. So
did they?
Yeah, remember on and off was last year.
Was that last year? Okay.
Yeah. So
no, never mind.
We're in the clear.
But yeah, between Stray Kids and the Boys, easy.
I don't know. I don't
either. I honestly don't even know. And Stray Kids is
like your favorite boy group at this point.
Well, number 3.
Okay, but
Shiny and Monsta X.
Again, I'm normally the biggest hater of Tropical House, but I think what sort of separates this is because the instrumental sort of like the sample pack that they use isn't some generic ass like.
Yeah, it's not like standard generic Tropical House.
It sounds more like regular house, if anything, than it does Tropical House. So again, that's something that sort of changes it up. The cinematography is awesome in this. Just again, Cracker isn't that big of a company in all honesty, but the amount of money and that they've been pouring into the Boys is incredible. And honestly, at this point, I don't think
it's paying off pretty well.
I don't think any 101 group is gonna outdo the Boys for me. Like, I don't think any 101 branch group is gonna outdo them, unfortunately. Like, which is kind of sad.
I mean,
go ahead.
I'll keep going. I was gonna say the song came out 5 days ago and it has almost 5 million views.
Wait, which member of 101's going to the Boys?
Oh no, none of them. Or they were.
You mean Produce 101.
Yeah, they were in Produce 101, and I believe somewhere in like Show Me the Money as well. So
yeah.
Again,
like I knew some of them were from Produce. I didn't realize they were from 101, so they're not.
No, but that's the crazy thing is that they have no members from 101. They have no members that made it into the final lineup, and they might honestly be doing better than, at least prospectively doing better than what a 101 branch group would do. So, the only minor gripe I would have is just like some parts, the nowhere just gets super repetitive. I feel like they could have done something more interesting, but literally everything that they do is perfect. Like the singing is awesome, rapping awesome, like visuals awesome, choreography is incredible. Like there's like, I don't think even among like more established groups, I don't know if there's any group that in terms of like the ratio of song releases and like the quality of song releases, like pretty much like the Boys are pretty much batting at 1,000 at this point. So that's very hard. That's very hard to impress us that good, especially for a new group like this. So
yeah, it's surprising we haven't reviewed any of their stuff. We should probably start reviewing their stuff.
I don't know why we just never got around to reviewing any of their stuff, and we're just the biggest The Boys fans at this. Honestly, like if there's one guy group that I'd be most excited to see in Korea prospectively, it'd probably be The Boys. Like in all honesty, I'd love to see them. So we'll see.
I want to see Shiny.
I was gonna say Shiny. Again.
They're all like going in the military and stuff. I'm like,
that's true. Maybe.
Yeah, I don't know if we'll see them before because Onyu's got his album coming out soon.
Yeah,
and then he's gone. Okay, next we have our goddess Tiffany Young from SNSD, obviously, with the digital single Peppermint, and it's amazing. This is probably my favorite Tiffany US release. I still think I like her Korean solo the best, but this is utterly amazing. And I don't even like Christmas songs that much.
Oh, you still like Heartbreak Hotel the most?
I think so. I love that song so much.
Yeah, that song's pretty good.
Well, wait, but Heartbreak Hotel was the
night of...
yeah.
I Just Wanna Dance was the album.
Yeah, exactly. Both of them though, I like a little better, I think.
So, if you would have told me a year ago that one of my favorite songs of 2018 was a Christmas song, I would have told you were crazy.
You'd have think I swapped bodies with you or something.
If we told you one of your favorite songs of 2018 was a Tiffany Christmas song, you would have believed us.
Okay, probably yes, but like, dude, it's so good. Like,
it is.
Even if it wasn't a Christmas song, this is so good. It is like,
it's good because it's a Christmas. It's good because it's a Christmas song.
No, that is not why it's good.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
No,
Tiffany doing Christmas. Like, Tiffany has to do Christmas songs from now until the end of eternity, honestly.
No, this would be fantastic even if it wasn't a Christmas song. It's that good. I just really, really, really love this song.
No, but being a Christmas song puts it way over the top.
Debatable. Anyways, it's been a repeat since it came out. Me and Cooper have been obsessed with it. We I immediately tried to add it to the Discord playlist when it came out. So yeah, check this out. Best Christmas song of the year. It's amazing.
Ironically, actually, I hate peppermints. Honestly, I hate any type of, like, if I'm eating candy. Peppermint. No, if I'm eating like any type of candy, it has to be sweet. Like, what's the point? Like, I don't know, just peppermints always remind me of gum or just of like.
Do you not like
death.
Fireballs?
No, I like if it's like cinnamon, that I don't mind, because at least cinnamon has sort of a taste to it. But peppermint just reminds me of like toothpaste. So I'm just like, why am I trying to eat toothpaste?
I love mint.
I like peppermint.
Mint's one of my favorite flavors.
No, I hate
mint ice cream. Is
or no, just like
mint
forget
ice cream is my go-to.
Oh no, no. Speaking of weird ass ice cream, my sister got eggnog flavored ice cream. I want to barf.
So weird.
No, that is disgusting. Oh.
Like, eggnog is like if I'm just like memeing around with someone, like it's like a random. Eggnog is always my random beverage of choice.
No, I don't fuck with eggnog whatsoever.
Well, I don't drink eggnog. It's just like if I'm saying a random drink as a joke, it's always eggnog.
I have no intention of ever trying to drink eggnog, and I have no intention.
I have to take another side note, but Aubrey just posted a picture of someone on Twitter that said, like, just replied to an all K-pop article saying flop, always stan Luna, and then later on realized they replied to a Luna article. And they were just like, wait, this is Luna, OMFG LMAO.
Congratulations, you just played yourself.
That's how bad they are. They won't even read the things they're replying to before they complain about it not being Luna.
Oh boy. But anyway, getting back to the song, I'm surprised it took Tiffany this long to do like a trap like R&B track, just because I feel like that's kind of the go-to sort of style for Transparent Agency. Just like that's kind of the vibe they have going for them. So I don't know, I just kind of expected more of this from Tiffany.
Yeah,
and I want more of this, definitely, just because her voice works so well for it. The thing I'm sad about is that no MV. It's just like a lyric video. I want a music video of this. God damn it!
I don't think she was planning on like releasing this like far ahead. I think she kind of just made it and released it.
Yeah, she just YOLO'd it. Basically, she was just like, however many likes, I'll release the song or whatever.
It's like, I want to make a Christmas song. Here you go.
Next we have Trudy's mini album Rude, spelt horribly wrong, with the title track Very Rare featuring Avik Plaisir.
Our French expert, Jacob Burrett.
I'm not. Oh God! Shut up, Siri.
Good job, Siri.
Anyway, this song is a mess and a half. Like, just the entire like concept of them trying to rap the words very rare very fast. It just comes out like ver, 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 ver. It just sounds like a very angry dog. Just like I don't know. And the music video is censored, and also her rapping is just super monotone. I know she was on like Unpretty Rap Star and everything, so she's kind of got like a pedigree to her.
Yeah, but no, people don't really like her though for particular reasons.
Oh, why? I don't know anything.
Well, because I don't know if she actually said this, but she like kind of like artificially will like make her skin darker and kind of make herself seem like she's like
she wants to look
half
black,
like Yunmire, but yeah, like a lot of people that rubbed a lot of people the wrong way.
Yeah,
like if you look in the Reddit comments, like there's a bunch of people calling her fakey. So yeah,
as opposed to Trudy, fakey. That's funny. That's funny as hell. It probably goes without saying she probably makes the Walwari list, right?
The actual song also is just like
the song was really bad.
It's really bad. It's like the triplet rapping. It's like she's trying to like mimic Bad and Bougie. Like it's awful.
Yeah, no, like literally the instrumental is straight up ripped out of Bad and Bougie. And just like it's like a Migos, it's like a half-assed Migos ripoff. Like it's wow. Like it's very usually you get like either the main rapper is bad or like the main person is bad or like the feature is bad. This is one of the rare cases where both of them are horrible. Like I've never heard of this Avec Plaisir guy, but I don't want to listen to any of him. I don't know, just maybe pick another word that doesn't sound like a tongue twister. So you don't sound like you're, I don't know, it sounds like you're having a stroke while you're singing, like ver 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 ver. It sounds really bad. Or just like you're super drunk or something. I don't know.
Yeah. Next we have TST's single album Paradise. And the only thing that like caught my ear, there's like a part near the beginning where most of the sound cuts out and they just do a little piano part, and then that's like in the background throughout the whole song, and that just like I really liked that little hook. But that was about it. The rest of it's like it's pretty generic, but it's not bad. After that, we have TVXQ's Japanese single album Jealous. And TVXQ is amazing as always. I just love their like really intense instrumentals for this and like the really dark vibe of the music video and the song. So I definitely enjoyed it.
I'm still always just impressed at how popular TVXQ is in Japan.
Oh, they're huge.
Like think about it.
They were
one
the
of
biggest group in Asia for.
It's funny
they were the biggest group in the world.
In the world, that's true.
Yeah,
it's
like
just funny
at a time. Like it was ridiculous.
It's just funny because it doesn't seem like they're that big in Korea, but whenever they go into Japan, it's just like it's like a whole big thing. Yeah, it's kind of funny that they're one of the few groups that definitely seem to have more of a following. Yeah, they just kind of got left behind in comparison to just the rest of the like how fast paced like it is in Korea.
Yeah, like TVXQ is the biggest group in the world. Literally just carried on Asia, like just all of Asia. Like
it was
hard carry them to being that popular. It's ridiculous.
Yep. So many people in China and Japan just gave them the biggest fan base in the world. Next we have Urban Zaccapa's full-length album 5 with the title track You're the Reason.
I mean, to speak on the actual song, it's great. I mean, I love Urban Zacapa ballads. They're probably some of the best when it comes to like they're one of the few ballads that I actually like, just because Urban Zacapa is one of the few groups that I sought out when it came to ballads, just even before we were doing the Truly Daebak. The reason I wanted to bring this up, no pun intended, is Eunwoo from Astro is actually the main character in this music video. He co-stars alongside Park Gyu-young, who is under JYP's acting group, and was in the I Like You music video for Day 6. And oh my god, he makes out with her at the end, so his fan base is dead.
No, it'll be fun.
I don't know. We'll see.
He's very popular.
But it was a pretty cute music video, and the girl's really cute too, so that's always a plus. Lucky bastard.
Jacob.
Basically all I had to say was just that Urban Zacapa releases some of the best ballads, so they're always good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Nothing specific on the actual song.
Next we have Jaegi with the title track One More Time. She's a cover of Jaegi from Fiestar. That's not true. Not at all.
Oh boy.
Different person.
So for those, I don't think we've covered Jaegi on this actually, which is surprising considering because she's released music.
We covered Rain Girl and I hated it.
Did we cover Rain Girl? Oh,
Yeah, we did.
okay.
I did not like that song.
Okay, so for those that don't know, Jaegi is a Korean-American singer, producer, rapper style person, sort of tertiarily related to or associated with 88 Rising, that sort of whole like Asian-American come up. She's definitely known for club music, so this definitely is her niche. That being said, it's some of her singing is kind of hit or miss. Yeah, it's another one of those situations where like it doesn't sort of, it's not always on par with how good she's a great producer. Definitely, I love her beats. It's just I don't mind the weirdness of her singing necessarily. It's just sometimes I kind of expect more just because of how good the instrumentals are. So.
Yeah. So for me, I do really like the instrumental and the production. I think is there. Just like her singing style is like makes me uncomfortable. So I just I can't deal with it. I don't like it.
Yeah.
Like she sounds like a creepy girl who's just like talking behind your neck, like on your neck kind of thing.
So like it's like some weird ASMR shit, right?
Yeah. Like I don't like this.
Next we have Yoon Jung-shin and Yuju from G-Friend Melody Monthly Project single Cramming.
It's basically just the Yuju like ballad sort of thing, but no, I still love how Yoon Jung-shin always he's always willing to give a platform to other singers or just other people to work with. So I really enjoyed it. I wonder if anyone alerted Isaac as to the fact that our bias is literally getting an awesome like ballad track written by Yoon Jung-shin. Also, just side note, actress in the MV is Kim Soo-hyun, who's of Mystic Entertainment, which makes sense, because Yoon Jung-shin is under Mystic, I believe, and
he runs it.
Yeah, Kim Soo-hyun was formerly on Produce 101 and Mix 9, so just an interesting sort of tidbit.
And finally, we have Yubin's digital
best
single,
song.
Thank You So Much.
The best song of the month!
Yeah, it's literally my comment. They're just so good. So good.
Okay, I'll do the deep dive if you're not going to do it.
Go for it. I'm not. You just go for it. Yeah. Even though your comments are literally just a bunch of wave emojis.
Okay, so the thing I really love about Yubin especially is, well, granted, like Yukari from Unpretty K-pop podcast in our Discord sort of made the note. He was like, I kind of miss Yubin rapping, but if I'm not getting Yubin rapping for this awesome like retro stuff, I'd be fine, honestly, just because her rapping would just sort of go. It wouldn't really do anything to differentiate herself in comparison to like the other female rappers that are out there in the market. But this stuff, just like this, all this 80s retro vibe, there's no one doing this stuff. There's no one doing this. So she's 2 for 2 for me, honestly. I love how it goes for an 80s retro vibe, but instead of going to city pop again, it's going for more like this like synth pop, Euro pop, kind of like Madonna style sort of thing that I really love. And again, it's just much like how Celeb 5 is just all in on the visual aspect of it. Yubin's all in on it. Like she's got the outrun shit going in the background, just like the straight up like sunset sort of stuff. She's got like, again, the outfits, the choreography has a lot of voguing in it. Just again, I love that. It's so cohesive that it works so well. Also, and I kind of missed straight hair Yubin after a long time because her curly hair was like, I guess, like her thing for Lady. But and again, I feel like Wonder Girls is kind of staying alive in a way through her, just because Wonder Girls again was their whole concept was retro. And I love that she's just sort of continuing that, and I can't wait to see what she does next with retro stuff. And also, just a tidbit I found out today, she's already 30. That blows my mind. Like, what? I never knew that they were that old already, which is, I guess it's all our second gen groups are getting old.
I knew they were a couple of years older than me. I mean, they're all, because SNSD is the same.
Yeah. But at this point, like, Yubin's probably on the short list for my bias of the year, and probably on my short list for best new female artist, maybe best female solo artist. Like, she's like, it's just been 2 songs, but literally both songs just blew me away.
Yep.
She's gonna have to compete with another Wonder Girls soloist, though.
Yeah, she is. So I really love this. Honestly, I really, really liked Lady, but I think this is way better, personally. And also, I love the Dragon Ball Z like Saiyan Scouter.
Over 9,000.
That's what I picked for the picture. Yep.
Oh man.
And that's it.
Yep.
That is it.
If you want to look through any of these songs, we have conveniently assembled a playlist in the descriptions of each part, which we kind of forgot to mention. But yeah, definitely look through the tracks. Definitely let us know if there's anything that we missed or what your favorite songs out of whatever we mentioned were. If we helped you find or discover any new songs, which is kind of like the whole point of this. I feel like we definitely want to give more. The reason why we cut it down to just our favorites is we definitely want to give more spotlight to just the hidden gems that we find in this. And yeah, this is probably one of my favorite things to do with truly Daebak, just finding all this new stuff. So that's it. Yep. We have anything upcoming in schedule that you want?
I don't think so.
Gonna guest soon, probably.
Soon TM.
Yeah.
Sometime before Christmas, ideally.
Yeah, the episode that comes out Christmas week, probably.
Yep. Vote in the Discord playlist. Join Discord. It's Mook Show Late.
It's December 3rd, which means we're going to start our process of figuring out the nominations and voting process for Truly Daebak Awards. So that's going to take the whole month, honestly. Just because we have so many. Yep. And we have a fan category. We'll have to figure out how to do our like fan voting thing and everything else. So keep on the lookout for that. Definitely, we're definitely going to need help.
A lot of straw polls.
Yeah, that's just exactly a lot. Yeah, we'll have to figure out something to do with that, or just maybe like make like a portal website or something like that, or just I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Probably just put a bunch of straw polls on Twitter. It's no big deal.
So yeah, definitely look forward to that.
Episode or on Discord, whatever.
Episode 100 is coming soon, and we definitely have some plans for that. Damn, like still, it blows my mind. We're at 98. We're almost at 100, basically.
Damn, it's so weird. It doesn't feel like we've recorded. To me, it doesn't feel like we've recorded 100 episodes.
No, it does not.
It's crazy.
It does not. Like this year flew by way too fast. Honestly, like I'm still remembering. I was just like, "Yo, Momoland's gonna make it big with like Boom Boom." Yep. Lo and behold, like we're here. Look where we are now. So, yeah, definitely we'll get more into that when we do Truly Daebak Awards towards the end of January. So, I think that's all we got for like. Yeah, I'm not going to any concerts anymore just because I need to save money for Korea outside of Red Mare.
I was going to say we have Red Velvet in February.
And Perfume.
Tiffany in March.
And Perfume.
I want to go to Tiffany so bad.
But yeah,
Jacob, I get to touch her. High touch.
No touching.
Cries and so on.
High touch and a picture.
That's so shitty.
She's probably gonna do a Korean tour. Like you're gonna see her. You're going to see her.
I doubt it.
I swear.
I 100% doubt it.
I will.
Not that soon after. I'm with
she
Jacob.
is going to do one right after I leave.
Yeah, exactly.
It.
Yep.
Who knows? Maybe she shows up at KCON or something like that. That'd be awesome.
She's just trying to avoid me.
That would be cool.
All right, I think that's.
I can even go to KCON.
You'll go.
You're coming.
Don't worry about
it. Well, no, it depends on how. It depends on when I come
when
back.
you get back. I guess.
Literally,
that's true.
just book your flight.
Just
book your flight straight to New Jersey.
The last day, the last day of class is like the week of KCON.
Yo, just ridiculous. Just do it. Like, jet lagged as hell. Just go straight to KCON.
Like, I think it's June 21st.
Yeah, it literally took me.
I'm pretty sure that weekend has got to be KCON.
It took me 2 weeks to get over the jet lag coming back.
See,
by the way.
Oh my god!
I'm trying to beat
I'm just gonna say screw it and literally.
Like going there is easy. Like I didn't have any jet lag, but yeah, coming back took me like 2 weeks.
Well, I mean, my sleep schedule is fucked up already, so I'm fine. I'm gonna be.
Luckily, it was Christmas break for me.
Yeah,
so.
I'm so fine after this. So we'll get to that.
Okay, let's wrap it up. I want to go to bed.
Yeah, definitely. Jacob, take us out.
Well, thanks for listening. And join Discord. It's Mook Show Late. I already said that earlier. And thank you and good night.
Thank you so much.
Throbbingly thank you so much.
Do. Bye bye.
I don't think anything is going to be BTS again. Like,
no, I don't. I don't know.
Or
I don't
maybe
know.
maybe Love Scenario if they factor.
No,
in
yeah, this
what
is like
Korea
one
thinks.
category. I think Love Scenario might win, but again, would they want to give a day song to a group that's not attending though? That's a huge question.
Yeah.
The thing is, they
Yeah.
probably did.